This girl lost her parents when she was only 5 years old. Her grandmother took her in. But instead of love, she was given pain. She was forced to sleep in a cold basement. Every morning, she woke up early to clean the house while her grandmother sat upstairs watching TV. Whenever neighbors came over, the grandmother locked her in the basement. "If you tell anyone," she warned, "I'll throw you out on the streets." Every night, the girl prayed through tears. "God, why won't you help me? Why am I suffering like this?" Years passed. She grew up, left that house, and never looked back. One day, a call came from a social worker. "Your grandmother is very sick. She's asking for you." Anger filled her heart. "I don't care," she said. "She hurt me for years." But something inside her wouldn't let her rest. Finally, she went back. Her grandmother lay weak in bed and whispered, "Why do you think I was so hard on you? Your parents left you buried in debt. I sold everything I had just to feed you. I was afraid if people knew how poor we were, they'd take you away from me." The girl broke down in tears. "I never knew. Grandma." She stayed for weeks, reading to her, holding her hand, caring for her with love. One morning she found a letter on the bedside. "My dear child, I loved you, but I didn't know how to show it. Thank you for coming back. Now I can rest in peace. Forgiveness healed what anger never could." If you believe God works through forgiveness, drop a heart. Comment Amen, like this video, and subscribe for more inspiring stories. A father came home from work early. He saw his son eating bread in the cold garage, while his daughter was inside enjoying pizza and cake. Shocked, the father asked, "Son, why are you out here?" The boy wiped his tears. "Stepmom said I can't eat inside. I prayed too much today." Inside, the stepmom and daughter were laughing. The father walked in and asked, "Why's my son in the garage?" The stepmom rolled her eyes. "He wasted time praying instead of working. I punished him for being lazy." The daughter ran to her brother. "Here, brother, take mine," she said, offering her pizza. The stepmom grabbed her arm. "Don't help him, he needs to learn." The father's face turned red. "Learn what, to stop praying?" The stepmom proudly said, "Yes, prayer is useless. God won't help poor people like us. He should work, not pray." She pointed at the boy. "I threw away his Bible. I locked him outside 3 times this week." The father's voice grew loud. "You did what?" The boy cried, "I just wanted to pray, Dad. I didn't do anything wrong." Suddenly, the phone rang. The father answered, and shock filled his face. He turned to his son. "Your prayers work, son. My boss just called. I got the promotion. We're not poor anymore." He hugged his boy. "Your faith saved our family." He looked at the stepmom. "You mocked God and hurt my son. Pack your bags. You're leaving tonight." The daughter held her brother's hand. "I'm staying with Dad and brother. I believe in prayer, too." The stepmom left the house in shame. The father told his son, "Never stop praying. God always listens." Drop A and comment Amen if you believe God hears every prayer. Like this story to spread faith and hope. Subscribe for more inspiring stories of courage and belief. Why are you late again? One student in my class was always late. I was angry with him and punished him every time by hitting his hand with a ruler. One day I told him, "Call your parents. They must come to school." But no one ever came. The next morning, while riding my bike to school, I saw 2 boys standing in a narrow street behind the school. I thought they were skipping class. "What are you 2 doing here?" I shouted. Then I recognized him. "It's you again, that's it. You're in serious trouble." Tears filled his eyes. "No, sir, please, this is my brother." He pointed to the younger boy and said softly, "He is blind. I take him to another school every morning. That's why I'm always late." I froze. "Where is your mother?" I asked quietly. "We don't have one," he said. "We live alone. A neighbor helps us sometimes." My heart shattered. Shame washed over me. All the punishments, all the anger, without knowing the truth. I hugged him tightly and said, "I'm so sorry. Please forgive me." Never judge someone before knowing their story. You never know what battle someone is fighting silently. If you believe kindness matters, comment Amen. Like this video to spread compassion. Subscribe for more real-life lessons that touch the heart. Sister, please don't die. I noticed a little boy writing messages on pieces of paper every single day. Then he folded each one into a paper boat. I never understood why. One day I saw him standing by the river, gently placing those boats into the water. Curious, I walked to him and asked, "Who are these messages for?" He whispered, "They're for my little sister. She loves the water. We always made boats together." I smiled, thinking it was a sweet brother-sister habit. But then his eyes filled with tears. I knelt beside him and asked softly, "What's wrong, little one?" He said she went on a field trip with her school. I reassured him, "Don't worry, she'll come back soon." But suddenly he shouted, "No, she won't!" My heart dropped. "Why do you say that?" I asked. With shaking voice, he whispered, "The waves made her school ship sink. She's still somewhere in the water." I was speechless. Then he said, "That's why I send these boats every day. I want to find her and show her the way home." If your heart hurts for this little sister, type Amin in the comments, drop a heart, like the video, and subscribe for more emotional stories. Why would you want that useless dog? One quiet afternoon at my pet store, a little boy walked in. "Can I see the puppies?" he asked softly. I nodded and watched as happy puppies ran toward him. But one small puppy sat alone in the corner, weak and trembling. "How much do they cost?" the boy asked. $50, I said, then quickly added, "But not that one. He's sick." "That puppy isn't worth the money," I said harshly. "He won't live long." The boy reached into his pocket and pulled out 3 crumpled dollars. "That's not enough," I told him. He looked at the puppy again. "Can I buy that one?" "He's not for sale," I repeated. "He can't even play with you." The boy didn't argue. He walked over, picked up the puppy, hugged him tightly, and whispered, "We'll be best friends." Then he ran out. A little while later, the boy returned, holding money. "I brought you $50 for the puppy." I stared at him in shock. "You don't have to pay. He's worth nothing. He'll probably die within a year." Tears filled the boy's eyes. "I'm fighting cancer," he said quietly. "I don't have much time left either. That puppy needs someone who understands him. Everyone deserves love, no matter how sick, broken, or unwanted they are. If you believe in love and compassion, type Amen in the comments. Like this story to spread kindness. Subscribe for more stories that touch the heart. He didn't choose the healthy puppies. He chose the sick one, and in that moment, my heart stopped. One quiet afternoon at my pet shop, a small boy walked in alone. His voice was barely a whisper. "Can I see the puppies?" I showed him the happiest ones, running, barking, fighting for attention. Pure joy, but the boy didn't smile. He walked past every single one of them and stopped at the corner. There sat a tiny puppy, weak, silent, alone. "I want that one," he said. I hesitated. "You don't want the playful ones?" He shook his head and whispered, "He looks lonely, like me." I knelt beside him and told him the truth. "That puppy is sick. He might not live very long. He can't run, he can't play." The boy didn't argue. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a few crumpled dollars. "Is this enough?" I gently said no. He wrapped his arms around the puppy and held him close. "That's okay," he said softly. "I can't play much either." A few days later, the boy came back. This time, tears filled his eyes. In his hand, $50. "I brought the money," he said. Then he looked at me and whispered something I'll never forget. "I have cancer. I don't have much time." He smiled at the puppy and said, "But he shouldn't be alone." As he walked toward the door, he turned back one last time and said, "Broken things understand each other." If this story touched your heart, comment Amen. Like if you believe love doesn't have to be perfect, follow for stories that heal the soul. My dad jumped off that building. I never understood him. He left before I woke up and came home after I slept. He worked on tall buildings every day to provide for us. "You never spend time with me?" I once cried. "I have to work, son, for you," he said. That morning, a rope snapped. He fell from the 30th floor. My heart shattered. After he passed, I found his notebook. Everything he saved was for me, my sister, and Mom. Every day he risked his life, and I never thanked him. Comment Amen if this touched your heart. Like to honor parents who sacrifice. Subscribe for more emotional stories. A greedy dog thought he found the biggest bone of his life, but he didn't know what was coming. One day, a greedy dog spotted a huge dinosaur skeleton lying in front of him. Excited, he threw away his small bone and rushed toward the enormous bone. Just as he was about to chew it, a silly dog appeared and politely asked to share the bone. The greedy dog barked and scared him away. Later, when the greedy dog tried to eat the dinosaur bone, he realized it was too hard to chew. Meanwhile, the silly dog was happily munching on the small bone the greedy dog had discarded. The greedy dog laughed and mocked him, but after struggling for a long time, he had an idea. He went to the silly dog and said, "Give me back my small bone and you can take the whole dinosaur bone." The silly dog happily agreed. But the real surprise was about to happen. After agreeing, the silly dog examined the dinosaur bone carefully. With one strong hit on its weak spot, the huge bone shattered into many pieces. The greedy dog stood there completely shocked. Lesson: sometimes the small, simple things bring more happiness than chasing what seems bigger. Comment Amen if this story taught you a lesson. Like if you love small joys in life, Subscribe for more fun and inspiring animal stories. He broke my phone! A young boy's mother handed him a brand new phone she had just bought with her hard-earned money. He threw it on the ground and yelled, "I don't want this! I want an iPhone!" His mother burst into tears. The store owner, watching the whole scene, stepped forward and said, "If you work for me, I'll pay you. Then you can buy the iPhone yourself." The boy agreed, excited. The next day, he mopped floors, cleaned shelves, and worked harder than ever. At the end of the shift, the owner handed him $80. "Can I get the phone now?" the boy asked. "It costs $800. You need to work 9 more days." The boy was sad, but he continued. After 10 days of hard work, the owner finally handed him a brand new iPhone. But right then, the man grabbed it and smashed it on the floor. "Are you crazy? Why would you do that?" "I worked so hard for it," the boy cried. The man looked him straight in the eyes and said, "Now you know how your mother felt that day. If you believe children should respect their parents, type "Amin" in the comments, drop a heart, like the video, and subscribe for more inspiring stories.